Okay, let me check this. So as I said, this is the icon for checking the history. Yes. So let's see if we find something interesting in this. So here, okay, instead of running this one, I'll actually see. So here, if you see, by mistake they have written int. By mistake they have written int. Okay, and then as we how do you say, as we go further, so okay, it is coming like this, and you're removing this, and you're calling this, and they tried something else in this. Okay, and later found okay, this is not the way it works. So they have done something like this, and finally they put inside the double quotes. Inside the double quotes. Okay, this also doesn't work. This also doesn't work. Okay, this is also wrong. They might got some errors. Okay, so then they removed these double quotes. Okay, and then so if you like this is Chandrika Talari. Okay, when Chandrika, you should reflect back. Okay, what are the mistakes I have done? I have put in the double quotes. Okay, whatever I should write normally an expression, I put in the double quotes. The meaning will change. So if you write down all the notes, okay. So I'm taking this as an example. So uh, note down your mistakes. After completing, note down your mistakes. Okay, and then see what is wrong with this. Why did you think like this? Okay, what are the things that is going in your mind? Okay, when you did this. Okay, so if you just as part of the reflection, if you write down your mistakes once you go through them, that will be really useful. Okay, so finally you have modified this, and this is the one you got the answer. Okay, so these are different mistakes. Okay, initially 5 dot and all different things. See, you can try all these things and try to do different things. Okay, so this is one. Okay, so this reflection is really important. This reflection is really important. So I'm going to see another example. So here if you see, so starting they have written the sum of 2 and 3 is like this, and so they by mistake they have put something like this. This is wrong. Okay, this is also wrong. Okay, the compiler will say something at all. So write down what are you thinking, why did you write this mistake, and all those things. Okay, so these are important. Like it is on your own reflection, your own mistakes will help you to understand the language or the way to make the computer do what you want. Very effective. Okay, so you should understand your own mistakes. Okay, so then they have written something like this, sum equal to, and finally when they ran it, and again Sankhya sum equal to, okay. So they tried some things did not work, so they removed that, and then they try to write, okay, properly, and then they have given this, and finally they got the answer. So different people have approached this program differently. These mistakes are pretty common. Okay, don't see why did they write like this. That is common as part of the learning. Okay, the more mistakes you do, the better you will actually understand the things. Okay, write down all your mistakes, do the reflection part. Okay, so here we'll see like how Nitin has written. So he removed. So many people don't remove this, but Nitin has this unknown author. How he became unknown author? Okay. Initially, it is unknown author. Okay. Later, once Nitin started, he removed the line. Actually, you should remove that line. That is an it is like అంటే ఇక్కడ చేయండి అని చెప్తాము. But once you want to do something, you can remove that and write there. Okay, so you can remove that comment there and then start this. So he is typing the sum of typing this one, this one, this one, this one. He directly typed the then he made sum equal to num plus 1 and and he moved back also. He did both versions. He tried something else like with a variable and without a variable also. Okay, so these are different ways of doing. Okay, so I hope like you need to, what do you say, reflect on your code. Okay, so what I would suggest is whatever programs you have done just now. Okay, so I would request everyone, or I'll not request, I'll order. I'll give the order that you need to reflect on your code once. Go to this, whatever the last task that you have done, go to the task. Okay, select that icon, and then using the scrubber, you can actually see how you have it. So here, if you see, okay, so they forgot to put the double quotes. They forgot to put the double, sorry. Forgot double quotes. Okay, so you when you run this, you'll get some error. Okay, you should also save that error. That's also really useful. Okay, so reflect on that. Then they are written properly. Then so on, so on, and so on, so on, so on, so on, and then they have given this, and they gave the spaces everywhere, and then something like this. So that's how Chandra. Okay, 8900 got. So these are different, what do you say, ways. I would suggest you to reflect on your problems that you have done once. Go to that REPL. Like for example, as a student, this is my view. This is the view of a student. So if you have done something, you can click on that, or let's say some other thing. I'll open some old one. If I done, so I don't know if I done or not. That time, this I did not do much, maybe. So I'm seeing the history. So click on that one and then see the history. So this is what I have typed. Okay, this is how it will look for you. Okay, so please do this, and also there is some other option also where you can actually compare what is the difference between the latest and the one which you are seeing. Okay, this is the difference. Earlier it is there, this is there. So you can see the difference between your codes also. You can see the difference. Difference between final code or any final code or any point. Okay, in history. So don't think, okay, we want to do C programming. Why are you going through all this Replit tools, compare all these things? Okay, these are really important for a what do you say, life, for your software development is really important. Okay, these things are quite commonly used in software development. When we are doing something by mistake, we did some changes, we want to go back to the working version, then we can go there, and also we can use this restore option is also there. So there is another option called restore. Okay, if by mistake you go on something, then you can click on this. Okay, restore to working code. So normally what happens is when I say don't change the code between start and stop, by mistake you change, and later you do all these things, your test case doesn't pass. Okay, then you can go to this history. Okay, and then restore to the actual thing. If you by mistake deleted something, whatever the default code that were given or you modified, you can go to this history and do that. Okay, so restore to starting code also is also possible. Starting code, which is given. Okay, so this is will be really useful in those cases where by mistake you deleted, means you deleted and you logged out. If you're not logged out, you can do Control Z. Control Z will do go back to the previous step. But you have made the changes, you move to some other task, and later you realized, okay, I did this mistake. In that case, this will be really useful. Okay. So now, as I said, please go through your things and try to do some restore and all those things. What happens? Just see some things, okay, and see how those things work. Okay, let me click. I myself will click restore. So I'm restoring here. So you will always restore back to the current version 41. Are you sure you want to like to restore? Always you can come back also. Okay. So it is a restore. Okay. And now I see this code. Okay, this is a 42. The 41 is just before this is the one where the last code. Okay, now I it's like getting the old history to the new state. Okay, if you want to go to another state, you can go. Okay, so it will create one more copy of the code and get the old one, something like that. Let's say I want to go to the starting one, first one. This is starting template. I want to restore to 1. So it will restore as 43. You'll get a version like 43. This is 43. So now 42 is the one. So you can see. So you can write some code. If something fails and you modified by mistake something, you can go to the starting and restore and say restore. That is very useful. Okay. Restoring to 1. To get the starting code. Okay. This is how you can do. And you can also go back also. It's not a problem.